he touched her inappropriately too.
It might be the same one. Yeah, it's
and
she said,
and then denied it, and then said like it. You want to know what's interesting though? There is a woman that I'm interested in talking to. She claims to be the younger cousin of Charleston White. She said when she was 11 years old and he was 19, he uh he messed with her. Did you hear about that?
yes. Someone did come out saying that that happened as far as cousins playing with each other or something.
No,
Something.
there was paperwork. There was paperwork from something filed. That semen was found. His semen was found in her, allegedly.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Um,
that's
you
wild.
that's a story you would want to hear.
Yeah, because I'm trying to understand how it got reported and he never got called for it. Like, he's done a lot of things and he's been involved in a lot of things that he doesn't seem to go to jail for. Like, I don't know what kind of deal him and Bootsy got with the government where you can get caught up on all kinds of firearm charges and just walk away with probation.
Yeah,
He seems to get away with a lot.
yeah. In situations like that, you have to have a victim telling a story, but not saying that something happened actually.
No,
It,
she's saying something happened. She just did an interview recently.
yeah, who picks that up? Like who says, "Oh, there's something that we need to look into further." If she's not filing a civil or criminal complaint,
Well, I don't,
if
I
she's just
don't,
telling her story,
I don't, I don't, I don't know. I don't know if she was told not to, or, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious where that came from.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. Uh,
No, because he has a lot of stuff to say about a lot of people.
Yeah, he sat down with Tasha K.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I think that was her
Just a
second
few
attempt.
years, just a few years ago, the mention of her name made his skin crawl. She
It-
would run out the room if you said her name.
is there a situation where all three of y'all could get in the same room?
No, no,
No. No.
not at
Okay.
this point. I'm not interested in. I mean, we could all sit in the same room if people are going to be honest about their ties to law enforcement, allegedly.
Hmm.
I mean, if people want to sit in front of me and admit that they're spies and informants, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, we could sit face to face for that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a conversation.
But outside of that, yeah, no, there's not a world where I'd be interested. Like there's just too many rat looking kind of individuals that popping around, on social media. I got people that are so desperate to try to find a way to save their reputation that they're inventing call logs with my name on it. People's phone numbers I've never had. Like there's a whole, like, y'all are pretty much probably the only people. Like I'm very, 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 very picky now about who I talk with, especially when I look at how apparently there are people who sit online all day combing through all of the transcripts here and turning it over to law enforcement, turning it over to courts, turning it over to lawyers. Like there's a lot of stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff going on.
It's crazy because we're very surface level, and we allow the fans to dig deeper as things are said.
Mhm.
And yeah, it seems like this thing goes this rabbit hole goes pretty deep. When you look past the surface. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not as
that's
innocent as it used to. Somebody was actually on Instagram. I posted it on my community wall saying that, they're alleging that Adam 22 is CIA.
you hear that about a lot of people. I mean, it's like a thing that goes around, and
I mean, his dad did get a pardon though.
oh,
So, you never know. You never know. What I do know is that When I look at up everything that's going on and I'm just watching and I'm watching people scrambling, I'm watching people, putting they spin stories on. I'm just trying to figure out when people are going to stop saying that I'm a liar and calling me crazy.
Yeah, again, I think this conversation, with the way the world is now, I think they have to start listening, even if you're just giving them context clues. I think they have to start looking at what's behind the veil.
I'm a
Um,
queen of that. I've been giving context, clues, and pointing and doing all of that. And I think that's the other thing that people are upset about, that I don't give people all the information that they want. Like you know, I go online and I see people show up in the comments and asking questions. And I don't know why they're showing up and asking questions, because they want to get information from me to use for content. And all I can tell them is if you want to get informed or put up on some stuff, stop by the Jaguar Wright Effect or pop over here to Real Life Productions where we all sit down and talk together. Uh, but yeah, guys, I mean, here we are, another moment. I'm curious, what was it like for y'all when y'all saw the files come out and you saw all of the information that was starting to pour out from that? What was that like for y'all?
I'll let Rook answer first.
Go ahead. You answer.
Well, no, no. To see those files, name. You're right. To see a name, I'm like the other folks. Hey, show me something deeper. To see a name on a flight, okay, whatever. It wasn't until the pictures start surfacing of what was going on, and to see a young, adolescent child tied up, even if it's for humor, is sickening to my stomach. It made me go back to everything that you did say that was possibly happening throughout just the industry and these things. And I have to take everything now with a grain of salt. To see Jeffrey Epstein chasing two young girls around the kitchen island, at first I'm like, before this, it was probably, oh, those are maybe his nieces and they're just playing this, is light. But now I'm like, I have to look at everything now of what's possibly happening beyond that. So yes, slowly but surely you start opening our eyes to what we should have been looking at this whole time. But because some people are blinded by the person, the fame, the money, the glamour of it all, we're not seeing what's really behind those closed doors. And yeah, it's hell. It's hell. I mean,
You want to know whose name wasn't mentioned in those files in a nefarious manner at all, in any way, shape, or form?
go ahead.
Jaguar Wright.
Facts.
Facts. Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
Um,
I just seen what I basically I was just like, Jag is right. This, I just think if I go back to the Pierce Morgan and him having to do a public apology
A public
and that
apology for what?
no, when Pierce Morgan had to
When?
say, you don't remember when he was
No,
saying
no,
something
no. I know, but that's what I'm asking. What did he do a public apology for?
the Jay-Z stuff?
Having you on his channel.
Having you, yeah.
It's funny. I was looking at somebody and wrote in a comment, and somebody else said the other day how he got, sent a cease and desist and all of this and all of that. And that's why he had to take it down. And, people keep getting that story wrong because that never happened. There was no cease and desist. There was none of that. I actually have evidence and proof of a conversation between me and Pierce's lawyer about what actually happened. And when we look back at it now, honestly, when you look at everybody that was on that particular show, it's very rare where Pierce does shows where everyone shows up separately and independently. Usually it's a panel.
Yeah.
It was all quarantined. You had me first, then you had Vladimir Layuski there saying I'm crazy and I'm not reputable and he would never have me on my show. To which we came back here, sat down on the couch, and I was able to show you the email where he tried to get me to come on his show months before then. Liar. And then the person that they brought in to try to play devil's advocate and to act like they were swinging for me in some way, shape, or form was someone by the name of Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who ended up putting me in a Diddy lawsuit 6 months later as someone who worked for Diddy. Are we not looking at how suspect that show was?
Hey.
And
Yeah.
now all of this comes out. And because what it really, when I look at it now and I see it for what it is, it's almost as if Pierce Morgan invited me there to that show specifically to set me up to discredit me so that the public would ignore me and not believe anything that I had to say. That's the way it looks. You got two people that showed up on that show with me. One who lied about inviting me to his show and was there to just totally berate and discredit everything that I'm saying. And now we have files out. Oh, okay. Maybe she's not so crazy. Maybe she wasn't just speaking out of her ass. And then another person that ended up putting me in a lawsuit with testimony from this Jane Doe and John Doe. You want to know what's funny? Allegedly, they're in cahoots with some of those other fake Diddy people there in Dallas. That girl, Lamisha Fuller. Like, it's just,